I have a size 14 shoe that I wear, and that's how I know if these are going to be a keeper, say for tournaments, and this one would be a keeper. And it's Dalton, everybody. There's some docks right here, and I cast this down, this drop shot, which has just been the key for me so far this year out here. And I mean, he took it on the drop, and he had a follower, so hopefully there's a few of them around here to catch. If they want the drop shot, that's what I'll give them. Yeah, that dock right there, seems to be quite a few around this dock. To me, there's not a sport on this planet that's more fun, no matter what you catch, than fishing. I absolutely love this. This little old drop shot bait just matches the hatch just perfectly out here. I've showed you this bait over the last couple of videos, but it's just so effective right now because of all the spawning. There's all kinds of little baby fish running around. Little baby bass, shad, crappie, bluegill, little sunfish, just about everything. That's 2 in a row right there in the same spot of that dock. And he had another follower with him. So I've run into a pretty good school of them here. I tell you, back when this lake was full a few years ago, this was one of my favorite spots to fish. Come here, bud. I mean, I would come over here early in the mornings and just absolutely slay them on topwaters. And these are some littler ones here. The first one was okay, but the last couple I've caught a little bit smaller, but that just kind of tells me they're all kind of running together. Kind of funny because I throw a swim bait at them, they won't take it. I throw this drop shot at them and they take it. Every year at this lake, for me, there's a dominant technique. There's been years where the Ned rig was the dominant technique. A crankbait, topwater, spinner bait, chatterbait. So far, at least for right now, for me the dominant technique is this drop shot setup, which has just been phenomenal. It sure makes for a lot of fun using that 4 to 6 pound test, real light line, and just catching a bunch of them. What's that? I'm throwing that Zoom Tiny Fluke on a drop shot. Oh. Yeah, this is a pretty healthy one here. Look at the size of that belly. I don't know what happened to his eye. Okay, so the way I'm throwing the drop shot now, I got my drag too loose, is right underneath the boat here, about 16 feet. there's a group of fish. So I just dropped this right down to him, and he took it really good. That's another way I like to throw the drop shot, is right underneath the boat when I see him in my graph. And there's a whole bunch of them down there. You know, I got away from the drop shot for a long time. What happened was my wife and I, we had thrown it so much, we got burned out. And so far, right now, this time of year, this has been the most dominant bait for me. With all of these little baby fish running around from the spawn, little small bass, bluegills, all kind of stuff running around, shad. And it's just been a lot of fun to throw this drop shot again. I'm starting to get a passion for it again, especially when it catches as many fish as I've caught today. Most of them were caught right around docks, but I came around this point and I noticed there's just a whole bunch of fish right underneath the boat. And I'm just taking this thing and literally just dropping it right on top of them. And this Zoom Tiny Fluke has just worked very well for me. But there's other drop shot baits that could, you know, mimic a little baby fish or whatnot. So whatever your favorite is, you can't go wrong out here right now with a drop shot. It's just catching a lot of fish. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to catch them on whatever they're biting on, and the drop shot's just been the key for me. One of the things I am going to do is throw a swim bait out here and see if I can get a swim bait bite going, because there's a lot of fish right off this point. There's a ton of bait right here, and I want to see if I can get something going with a swim bait. Well, I appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to talking to you next time.